Every single day I spend hours researching crypto projects, reading white papers, checking tokenomics, scanning Twitter, watching price charts, and for a long time I kept thinking there has to be a faster way to do all of this without missing important information. Recently I started using Helio AI as part of my daily workflow. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how I use it, what it does well, where it saves me time, and how it fits into my research process. More importantly, I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm going to show you real examples directly inside the platform so you can judge the quality of the output for yourself. If you're into crypto research, market analysis, DeFi, Web3, or you're simply trying to keep up with what's happening in the market without spending your entire day reading, this video is for you. Whether you're completely new to crypto or already deep in the space, you'll be able to see exactly how this tool works in practice. Before we jump into the demo, let's quickly cover what Helio AI actually is. At its core, Helio AI is an AI-powered research platform built specifically for crypto and blockchain. Think of it as a research assistant designed around crypto data, projects, market developments, and Web3 ecosystems. The main idea is simple. Instead of jumping between multiple websites, dashboards, articles, social media platforms, and analytics tools, you can ask questions directly inside Helio and get structured answers in one place. The goal is to reduce the amount of time spent gathering information and spend more time analyzing it. Now, instead of talking about features, let me show you how I actually use it. On screen right now, I'm inside Helio AI. One of the first things I do every morning is get a quick overview of what's happening in the market. So let's start with a simple prompt. I'm typing, what are the most significant DeFi developments from the last 24 hours? As you can see, Helio generates a structured overview of recent developments. Rather than opening multiple news sources and trying to connect everything manually, I get a summary that I can immediately review. What I like here is that the information is organized into clear sections, making it easier to decide which topics deserve deeper research. Now let's move to a real project analysis because this is where I spend most of my time. For this example, I'm going to research a project that I've been looking into recently. I'm asking Helio for a complete breakdown of the project, including its use case, token utility, team information, ecosystem position, strengths, weaknesses, and potential risks. You can see the response being generated on screen. Instead of giving a single paragraph, Helio breaks the information into categories that are easy to review. This is useful because when I evaluate a project, I don't want scattered information. I want a framework that helps me understand the project quickly. The next thing I usually do is ask follow-up questions. This is where the workflow becomes more interesting. For example, after reading the initial analysis, I might ask, what are the biggest risks associated with this project? Then I might follow with, who are its main competitors? And after that, how sustainable is the tokenomics model over the long term? You can see how each answer builds on the previous one. Instead of starting over every time, I'm gradually building a complete picture of the project. This is very similar to how I would work with a research analyst, except the process is much faster. Another feature I use regularly is sentiment analysis. Let's look at how Helio evaluates market sentiment around a project. I'm asking it to analyze current community sentiment and identify the main bullish and bearish arguments. What's useful here is that it doesn't just say sentiment is positive or negative, it explains the reasons behind that sentiment. This gives me additional context when evaluating whether excitement around a project is driven by fundamentals, speculation, or short-term hype. One thing I also appreciate is how useful Helio can be for explaining technical concepts. For example, let's say you're newer to crypto and you come across terms like liquidity pools, staking rewards, token vesting, or restaking. Instead of searching through multiple articles, you can simply ask Helio to explain the concept. Here I'm asking it to explain token vesting in simple language. As you can see on screen, the explanation is straightforward and easy to understand. It removes a lot of the technical complexity that often makes crypto difficult for newcomers. Now, after using Helio AI for a while, I think the best way to describe it is not as a replacement for research, but as a research accelerator. You still need critical thinking. You still need to verify information and make your own decisions. But instead of spending most of your time gathering data, you can spend more time analyzing it. People often ask how it compares to other tools. General AI assistants like ChatGPT or Claude are powerful, but they're designed to answer questions across every possible topic. Helio is specifically focused on crypto research workflows. On the other hand, platforms like Messari or Token Terminal provide valuable data, but they often require significant manual analysis. You're still responsible for connecting all the pieces yourself. Helio sits somewhere in the middle. It combines a conversational interface with crypto-focused research capabilities, allowing you to move from a question to an actionable overview much faster. So where do I land after using it in my daily workflow? I think Helio AI is a genuinely useful tool for anyone who spends significant time researching crypto projects, tracking market developments, or creating crypto-related content. The biggest benefit for me has been speed. Tasks that previously required checking multiple sources can now start with a single conversation and then expand into deeper research when necessary. For beginners, it's an accessible way to learn about crypto concepts and projects without feeling overwhelmed. For experienced users, it's a practical way to organize research and quickly evaluate opportunities before committing to a deeper investigation. It's not perfect, and I don't think any research tool is, but after incorporating it into my workflow, it's become one of the tools I regularly return to when researching the market. If you want to try it yourself, take some of the prompts you've seen in this video and test them on projects you're already familiar with. That's probably the best way to evaluate any research platform. If you found this video useful, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more crypto and AI content. And if you've already used Helio AI, let me know your experience in the comments. I'd be interested to hear how you're using it in your own workflow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.